What's up everybody, it's Andy here and welcome to the Game Week 3 preview. This is a series where I take you through my team for the week, what captain choice I've made, and also if I've looked at any transfers or what transfers I'm either looking to make or ones that I've already made up until this point, as well as some players that are kind of on my hit list to get rid of and ones that I might be looking to bring in. So when coming up to Game Week 3, I've not yet made a transfer, so let's just jump straight into it to see if that's changed this week. So, you might have guessed if you've been following this that I had 2 free transfers this week, so I've got to make one, and I've actually already made it. It's only Tuesday night when I'm recording this. The video will probably go out on Wednesday, but I've already made my transfer because it's probably one that I'm going to make anyway by the end of the week, and it does look like price changes are going to happen, so potentially Kevin De Bruyne could go down in price by the end of the week, and Christian Eriksen looks like he's definitely going to rise in price, so that's the switch I've made, De Bruyne to Eriksen. Now, before I go on to the rest of the team, let's just talk about that for a bit more. So, Man City, I'm a bit frustrated with. They're not the team I kind of expected. I expected them to score lots of goals this season. That hasn't happened. De Bruyne is kind of playing a little bit deeper than maybe I expected. He doesn't look like he's got any kind of inclination to get into the box and score. So he is having goal attempts, but most of them are from outside the box. While he is creating chances, that's not really working out for him yet either. Now, there is only 2 game weeks, and it is Bournemouth away next, so Bournemouth are conceding a lot of chances. So there's every chance that Kevin De Bruyne actually does really well. But I've made the change. One of the reasons is that I've got 2 free transfers, and I don't really see another one that I really want to make. And obviously, I don't want to lose a transfer this early in the season when other people are kind of scrambling to get players in. I feel like I've got to make at least one. So I see Eriksen as kind of a longer term player. I think for 0.5 million less, he's either going to match Eriksen's either going to match Kevin De Bruyne, or he's going to beat him for 0.5 million less. So not only have I used 1 transfer, I've still got 2 free. I now have 0.5 million in the bank, and Spurs' fixtures are really great. They've got Burnley at home and Swansea at home the next 3, and even after that, they're still decent. So he started off well, not yet got a goal, but he's one of those players that as soon as he gets an assist, he absolutely mops up the bonus. So he only needs 1 assist, and he's kind of already getting towards 8, 9, 10 points, which is really good. So he's in for me. I may make another transfer before the end of the week. I'm not going to mention it in this video because I've not done it yet, but I'll talk about the kind of players that I'm looking at maybe taking out. So let's start at the back. Ben Foster in goal for West Brom, 2 clean sheets and 2, which is awesome. Stoke at home, a little bit of a worry because Hesse started so well against Arsenal for Stoke. But I think West Brom have got a chance at another clean sheet. If he doesn't get one, then 2 out of 3 isn't bad. I can't complain about that. So he's in goal for me. I think Stoke at home is probably a better fixture than West Ham at home, and I would trust West Brom's defence more than Newcastle. So Foster playing for me instead of Elliott. Double Southampton defence is a bit of a worry over Stevens now. So he's one player that I'm looking to maybe transfer out. He's 5 million, so with 0.5 million in the bank, I'm looking at players like Trippier, who dropped in price. So he's actually 5.4 million now. Same reasons as having Eriksen and Kane, that Spurs have got really good fixtures. If he's going to play right back, or if he's going to play, then he's a really good chance of getting attacking returns as well. So not only clean sheets, but attacking returns. But there's kind of 2 issues with Trippier right now. One, he kind of went off with a knock, so we don't know yet if he's fully fit to play. Hopefully we'll find out in the press conference at the end of the week. But also apparently Spurs are in for Aurier, who's another right back currently playing for PSG, I believe. And if he comes in, he's almost certainly first choice. So the problem with bringing Trippier in now is it's then international break and the transfer window hasn't yet ended. So it's a bit of a risky move. So I may just hold the transfer. But Stevens, now Southampton have signed another defender, is at risk. Doesn't mean he's necessarily going to be the one that misses out. It could be Ishida. Obviously, we still don't know what's happening with Van Dijk. So it's kind of all over the place with Southampton defence right now. So I'm probably going to keep Stevens, but I'm definitely on the lookout for a replacement if he does get benched. And obviously Bertrand, I've got to play him. 5.5 million attacking returns potential. He's nailed at left back. Southampton against Huddersfield away. I don't think Huddersfield have too much to worry Southampton with, even though Southampton are playing away. So happy to play him. It's really the last spot in my defence where I'm kind of not concerned, but I'm not quite certain if I'm definitely going to play Daniels. So again, Daniels, like Stevens, is one I could get rid of. So I'm looking at Trippier, if not someone like Phil Jones. He's only 5 million. He'll probably rise in price at some point to 5.1. But I think if he's going to be nailed on that Man United backline, then 5 million is a ridiculously good price. So potentially Daniels or Stevens might go before the end of the week for Jones or Trippier. But if I do make that move, I'll make an update on Twitter just to confirm that. So right now Daniels is playing at home to Man City. Like we said, Man City have probably got goals in them. Bournemouth are conceding a lot of chances, but there's potential attacking returns there. And while Sutner is an attacking left back for Brighton, I don't think he's quite on the same kind of same level as Daniels. And I think Watford at home are really good. Gray looks good. Richarlison looks good. So I don't see a clean sheet for Brighton there. So if I don't see a clean sheet for Brighton, I probably don't see one for Bournemouth either. I'm going to go for the man that's playing at home, who's in the past done well. Past seasons, obviously, Charlie Daniels. Not so much this season, but kind of put my faith in him to maybe do it again. So we'll see what happens. Moving on to midfield, Mkhitaryan, what's there to say? 2 great games. Leicester at home, I think he can get points there. It's going to be a tough game, but obviously going to play him, no question about that. And then Salah, I'm going to keep him. I think he's going to play. We'll have to see what happens I think Liverpool play in Hoffenheim this week, so we'll have to see whether he plays a full game again. But to be honest, I think he's going to play against Arsenal. It's a game that Klopp will want to win. And there's usually quite a few goals in that fixture, so I'm definitely playing Salah, no question about it. New man Eriksen, won't talk about him any longer. I kind of already went through it with De Bruyne. He's in. Actually a potential captain option this week, but I'll come on to that in a minute. But yeah, Eriksen in the team, Burnley at home's decent fixture, I think. Atsu's is sort of a little bit of a problem. He's 5 million, so I can't really upgrade him. I've got 0.5 million in the bank, but someone like Aaron Moy has now gone up to 5.6, so I can't afford him in a straight swap, and he probably looks like the best 5.5 million midfielder right now. So I like Hesse and Richarlison at 6 million, so Watford and Stoke players. They look like they're playing more of a forward role, but they're actually listed as midfielders, so they could be really good for 6 million, but I can't quite afford it. And the fixtures for both those teams are looking a bit tricky, so I'm happy to wait and see on those 2 players and then come back to them later. So Atsu stays for me. He's got 4 good fixtures. Stats aren't that bad. He's actually put, I think it's something like 11 penalty area touches, which isn't far off the top for midfielders. So in the easier fixtures, and I think West Ham at home is an okay fixture attacking-wise. They're not exactly keeping clean sheets at the moment. So I'm going to hold on to Atsu, mostly because I have to, but I've got a little bit of faith there that he can do something. And at 5 million, I don't need massive returns from him. If he gets an assist, then I'm happy with that. So he stays for now, and hopefully he can do the business. Gabbiadini, longer term, probably not going to be in my side, but he's just scored. He's hit the bar twice already. Looks like he's probably going to start again. I don't think Austin's really challenging for a first team place, like to kind of start the game. But obviously Gabbiadini is coming off at the 70th, 80th minute, which is a bit of a pain. But hopefully he can do the business before that time. And I think Huddersfield away, Huddersfield have looked pretty tight, to be fair to them. But I think Southampton can score there, and Gabbiadini could be the man to do it again. Shame he's not on penalties, but it is what it is. 7 million. He's got 1 goal last week. Hopefully he can do that again. I'd be happy for that. We'll do Lukaku next, because it looks like I'm going to captain Kane. So Lukaku, what's there to say? 3 goals in 2. Man United look great. Don't think we're going to blow Leicester away. I think we were a bit lucky to get 4 goals against Swansea. But if we're going to score, I think Lukaku will be at the heart of it. So obviously he's going nowhere right now. But captain-wise, right now I've got it on Kane, and I think I am going to stick to that. Kane's stats for forwards beat any other forward by quite a long way. So he's had the most shots in the box. Been really unlucky not to score. I saw a tweet by Opta to say that 8 shots in a single game is the most he's ever had without scoring, which is what he did against Chelsea. So the goals are coming for Kane. I did a separate video on that. I won't go into it too much. It's just whether or not I think they're coming this week or against Swansea at home. In between that, I think it's Everton away. So I think there's goals over the next 3. It's just where are they coming. So Eriksen looks like he's going to be kind of in that position like last year, where I'll get you points every week but won't necessarily explode. Now that's not necessarily a bad option for captain, because captain-wise you just want some points. I think it's nice to get that big haul, but to get just some points is always great. You don't want to captain blank, but I want that big haul, to be honest. And I think in a game where, you know, Eriksen and Kane are obviously on the same team in the same fixture, I'm going to go for the guy that I think has the biggest ceiling, so that's going to be Kane. His stats are there, he could do it against Burnley, and I don't want to miss out on that opportunity. I think Lukaku will probably get points and he'll probably score, but can I see 2 or 3 goals against Leicester? Probably not. Lukaku is arguably the safer pick, but I'm going to go for Kane captain, I think. So that's kind of me for this week. I've put my rank there, 635,187. That's because I missed out on the review because it hadn't updated yet. So I've dropped maybe 300k places. But to be honest, points are so close right now, it doesn't really matter. I mean, I've had an average of 60 points in the first 2 weeks, so I can't complain about that. I won't go through my bench too much. Obviously, Long's a non-starter. I'm never going to play Carroll. He's 4.5 million bench fodder. And Sutton, I've already kind of talked about why I would go him or Daniels. And Elliott, the same with Foster. I'm going to play Foster. So that's my team. Kane captain, I think I'm going to stick with that. I've done De Bruyne to Eriksen. pretty happy about that, to be honest. I'm expecting De Bruyne to get something. I'm just hoping that Eriksen can outscore him. I got 2 free transfers, and I'm really tempted just to keep them for the international break. I think a lot of people are going to have to make transfers. A lot of people are making hits, so I feel like I'm already kind of ahead. Although if you watched me last season, I do like a hit, so I'm not adverse to that. But we'll see on the defender options. There's not really one that kind of really stands out to me apart from Alonso, but he's too expensive. So Phil Jones and Trippier, who I'm looking at, but I'm kind of wary of getting both of them right now, so I might just play Daniels, we'll see. So that's it for today's video. Hopefully you enjoyed the preview series. We're going to keep this going throughout the season, hopefully. Obviously next week we'll do the Game Week 3 review and then a preview and a few streams thrown in for good measure. So make sure to subscribe so you know when the next video is going up, you know when the stream goes live. If you enjoyed the video, as always, we really appreciate if you give it a thumbs up. We've had a crazy amount of likes on the last few videos, so it's really good to see that you're enjoying them, and obviously people are watching them. And let me know in the comments below, have I made the right choice in my transfer? Are you keeping De Bruyne? Are you getting rid of him? Who are you bringing in? Eriksen or Ali? There is something that no one's talking about. Ali's actually suspended for the first 3 Champions League games. There's absolutely no chance he gets rested in the Premier League and will be a lot fresher than Eriksen. That being said, I don't really expect Eriksen to get rested, so we should be safe with him. And do you think I should use my other transfer? Do you think I should make a defensive transfer, Daniels or Stevens, and to who? Let me know in the comments below. Like, share, favourite, tweet, retweet, all that good stuff. We really appreciate it. And I'll catch you next time. Cheers for watching.